what I'm doing today is working on the GPS again on the airplane. So I got a lot of more panels off. I've got the old light bar off. Set this down here and suction cup that. All right, so these are the brackets for the old light bar. Rather than taking them off and mounting this down onto the cowling, I believe I may want to mount this on top of it, and I'll show you why. I'm gonna go, I'll move this drill kind of out of the way, and let's sit in here. Try not to sit on a screwdriver, that would be a bad day. But the reason why I want to leave it up like that is, as you can see, time you got the cylinder that opens up the hopper and everything, it just kind of gets that up over top of everything, and you don't have anything obstructing your view. So from right here it looks like, well, it's going to be in your way while you're flying, but it will not, because when this airplane is flying, the tail comes up probably at least 4 feet. So what you're seeing now is like this, but this plane will actually be like this. So that light bar will not be in my way while I'm flying. And that's what, you know, this stuff here, it's like, oh, that's got to be in your way. No, it's not, because my vision's going to be more out up here once this plane gets into its normal flight path, trajectory, whatever. I don't know the right word for it, but anyway, you know what I mean. So I think I'm going to mount it like that up there, so let's work on that. Alright, so next step is to drill some holes in here. These are not going to work. I'm going to drill some new holes to accept that bolt, and the bracket up there is only about that long. So, but got my 12 volt impact, but my drill has disappeared. So you guys ever have that issue where tools disappear, they walk off? Unfortunately, I'm guessing it's me that did not put it back in the correct place, because I don't have kids around anymore in the house, so I can't blame them. And my wife does not mess with my stuff, so I'm gonna guess it's me. So I gotta go find my drill. While we're on the way to go look for the drill, probably in the other hangar, notice there's a lot of panels off of here. I'll throw a picture in here. I had the guys down here yesterday doing the 300-hour inspection on this engine. So under each one of these is a fuel nozzle. They take those out. I mean, there's a lot they do for the 300-hour. They change even my firewall fuel filter, which is here somewhere. Where is it? I thought it was right down there. No, it's back here. Okay. So they changed that out. There's a lot of stuff they do. Honestly, I'm newer into the turbine world, so I mean, they check the oil screens and the chip detector. Chip detector is up there. That detects if, I don't know if I can, that's it right there. I don't know if the camera's seeing that or not, but detects if your engine is making metal, and then there's a magnet in there, and then if you have metal in there, it basically completes the circuit, and you'll have a little red light show up on your dash. In this case, sometimes it's just a red light on the dash. In this case, I have the digital engine display, so it'll pop up on there and start flashing that I've got a chip light going, which is, you never want to see. So anyway, they check to make sure that's working is one of the things. They replace the fuel nozzles. You could pull them out, get them rebuilt, and put the same ones back in. These guys drive 3 hours to get here, so they order the fuel nozzles. They have those in the gaskets, everything on hand. They come down here, put the new rebuilt ones in, take mine out, and then they will be sent in to be inspected. And if they're good or have still have a core value to them, I'll get credit for whichever ones are still good. Hopefully all of them are still good, and I'll get credit back for them. But they were here yesterday, did that. These panels were off. This was off. The spinner was off. Greased the prop, all that stuff. I've still got some painting. I got prop paint that I ordered to fix up, to repaint these spots. There were nicks in the prop that needed to be fixed. Nicks you do not want to leave in your prop, because with the vibration, a nick can turn into a crack, which if the end of that prop came off, that would seriously be unbalanced, and that would shake that airplane apart before you'd have to get landed quickly. But anyway, little nicks in a prop can be a big problem, so you want to fix them as soon as you find them. I don't have too much trouble because I don't run off of gravel strips or anything. I run off of paved runways. So that's what was happening yesterday, and so this did not get put back on. Normally they would put this top piece back on, but the plug-in for that chip light is getting bad. It still works, but they're going to send a new one, and then I'll have my mechanic here on the field change that out. And I'd like to do some cleanup on it anyway before we put that top cover back on and get it cleaned up and give this thing some love that it deserves. After cover crop seeding, we shoved it in the hangar, closed the door, and went out and started harvesting. So yeah, so now we're back here trying to give it some love and get it cleaned up and taken care of. I want to buy new spray booms for it this year. I've got to do some plumbing reconfiguration down there, because with the new AgPilotX system, I will now have, and I think I showed you this, I will now have a flow control valve and a flow meter that I need to put in the plumbing system down below. So got a lot of work to do on this thing, but in about 22 days after I retire from General Mills, I'm going to have a lot more time to spend out here and get this stuff done and actually do things like I'm supposed to be doing them, instead of scrambling at the last minute to do things. So let's go find that drill. Nope. Once in a while it ends up on that cart. You can tell that I really don't want to go old school, can't you? Really don't want to. I really want my cordless drill. And yes, once again, things are a mess. Looking forward to retirement work. I can actually clean things up. Nope. There's the old school one. I think that's what we're going to have to use, unfortunately. Bummer. All right. So the other problem with this old school drill is it's all or nothing. Whereas a lot of your cordless drills are variable speed. So that makes this just a little bit more interesting. I put the glove in there on both sides of this so I'm not scratching it up so bad. Does that make a difference? Probably not, but makes me feel better, I guess. All right, so we got the light bar mounted up there. So the next step, which I'm not really looking forward to, is to continue to get the rest of the wiring out of the cockpit. So let's go up there. This is what we've got out so far. Get my camera angle correct. So we've got more. Well, let's see. See if we got enough stuff here. We've got a couple more connectors here. That's got to come out. I'm not even sure where all this stuff goes. Or here's the new light bar wires. That's for the new one coming in. But the old one they had down in here in these loops, they had it all wrapped up with all this other wiring, or within that, underneath all those, and it was a pain. You know, I'm just going to come in and zip tie to that stuff, and then up through there where the rest of these wires are going. These GPS systems, you know, they may only be in these planes 5 years, 6 years, and then something better comes out, and you know how we are as consumers. We got to have the latest, greatest things. So to have that mounted in here like it was never ever going to come out again was just a little bit frustrating, to say the least. So anyway, the light bar is mounted. It's up here looking nice, so I think that's going to work good. Like I say, just got some cleanup and stuff to do up there in that engine compartment before we put all the shroud and everything, the coverings back on. So anyway, guess what? There's my drill. Wow. Okay, I guess we know where the drill's at now. That's nice. Okay, I guess we get in here and see if I can get the rest of this wiring out. And then part of the annual inspection, this is brake. These are parking brakes. That's left brake, right brake. But this one's leaking. And I just don't, yeah. It's leaking. So you can see on the floor there's some oil. So towards the end of the season, I just had to make sure that I kept oil in that. But I did order, the thing is, if I'm going to replace one, I'm going to replace them both, because they're probably both the same age. So I ordered 2 new ones. We're going to get those replaced in the annual inspection. I'll turn my fuel back on because they turned that off yesterday when they were replacing that fuel filter. So that way I don't forget when I go to try and start this thing the first time. Okay, so have it mounted up. So this is basically where it'll be and what it'll look like. So I think that'll work just fine. Hey guys, good morning. Didn't know you guys were out here already. So we are going to work on the airplane today. Apparently you guys knew that because you were already here. So it is first part of February. We started installing the GPS in this airplane back in mid-December, And then I had, you know, I was finishing up working at General Mills, and then we had the holidays, and then went on vacation and came back to a blizzard, and then had to haul corn to Cedar Rapids. Finally, it's a Saturday, so I'm taking this day to work on my stuff today. So we're gonna work on this airplane. I don't know if we'll get it finished up today or not, but it needs to be done. And who knows, this plane could be leaving the state within the next month to go help out somewhere else. We don't know. We've got to get it finished up. So I've still got the spreader hanging on it. That needs to come off. I need to get measurements for my new spray booms. That needs to be done. Get them ordered, get them on the way, and get that installed. So anyway, that's the plan for today, and we'll see how it goes. So next on the list, we need to get the hub mounted, because that makes a difference on where I route my wires. So I don't really have a decent place up here, I don't feel. These dash panels rotate, so I got to stay clear of that. I don't want it getting in the way. You know, thought about mounting it up here, but then that's in the way. So what I thought about is mounting it at an angle down here. Right or wrong, I don't know. It doesn't get used that often, but I think I can make that work. And then we'll see. So I've got some aluminum angle iron to make a piece for each side, maybe a 45-degree angle, just to come out and get that mounted down there. I'm not sure. I suppose once I put the wires in the back, there's really nothing else to do with that. I don't know. So a little bit, that's kind of what I'm thinking through right now. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong, but I'm going to think here a little bit and maybe place it in other spots and see if I see something better. But for right now, I think that's the best solution. That's it. So let's remark our line at 9 inches. And we'll cut 2 pieces. All right, take 2. Let's get this drilled. See if we can get a first look at how this is going to work. Looks like I may just need to cut the bottoms off a little bit. It's a little bit tall, but yep, I need to cut about 1 inch off the bottom of the brackets. All right, we'll try this again. Okay, it's lunchtime. Go home and rescue Gracie. She probably needs to go outside for a little bit. And I need lunch, so that's where I'm headed. See you guys after lunch. All right, I got those brackets made for that hub. I ended up taking this door off because I was working on both sides here. And I got a lot of vacuuming I need to do, but I got the brackets made and got a rubber insert there where the wires will go through. But next thing to do is we'll end up running all these wires back down through here with these other ones. These are the wires from the light bar. Just kind of keep them with all the other wires. Then we'll get in there, and before we zip tie anything down, we will get up in here and make sure they're where they're supposed to be. Up in there. Anyway. So now just need to make a small little loop here, and then I'll end up going through and going into the back of the hub. I do have some connectors I've got to add here, but other than that, the light bar then is about done. Then I've got to get the wires from the blue and red wires, are the wires that are from the stick up here, the buttons, so that when you push the buttons it advances your swath. So I have to get those hooked up and in there as well. So we're making progress. So where we left off was I had made brackets for the hub, and I do believe these would have been strong enough, but I wasn't comfortable with that. I had them remade by a weld shop, by a professional, and he had just this, and I'm like, you know what, let's put a gusset in there. Let's just make sure that this isn't going anywhere because the last thing I want is to be out flying around, and you know, it gets pretty rough when you're flying that low in the afternoon and the heat, and you know, this thing really bounces around. So last thing you want is that hub to be falling off and to be a distraction. You do not need any distractions when you're doing this kind of flying. So whatever you can do to eliminate distractions is a good thing. New sticker. But here's the hub. It's not very big, it's not very heavy, but once it's mounted on those new brackets, it's not going anywhere. So the goal is to try and get this project finished up. I'm not sure if I had any pictures of it, the airplane, lately, but it was going through its annual inspection, and pretty much all of the panels here were off. So we have totally gone through, wiped down the inside of the plane, inside of the panels, and this plane will be clean inside and out. So this rat's nest of wires just got tied up out of the way while he was doing his annual inspection. So we did get the top cowling after the engine inspection was off. We got that put on yesterday, and which then allowed me to hook the wire to the back of the light bar, which now allows me to cable tie it from the front and run it back here, and then yeah, get everything hooked up. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. Let's see. Oh, I would like to get the spreader off today too. Got to get this thing ready. You know, we're almost halfway through March already. Time just flies. I need to get that spreader off, and we'll see how things go today. Okay, so now I need to transfer my holes from this one to this one. I do know that based on where there's another screw in there, I need to have these holes a little bit further towards the inside. Pretty scientific, I know, but so I brought out my assistant so she can mark the holes while I hold it in place. All right, I think we're good. Thank you very much. All right. Not sure how much you guys can see here, but need 3 hands apparently. Let's hold that in with the screwdriver. That helps. Oh, there's the other screw. Found it. I'll take this back out, but I just want to make sure that all the holes are lining up. And it looks like they are. Do I have another one? See if that'll fit. And the other hole down below. Actually, I'm not sure if I'll have to take this back out. Yeah, that's going to be, and they're not tight yet, but that's going to be very solid. That thing is not going anywhere. Okay. I think I need my assistant again. She's in the, oh, good grief. Hang on. Okay, so the mechanic's out at the farm, and I wasn't able to be there this morning. I really need to get this done. Anyway, I need my assistant again. She is in being Susie Homemaker in the camper, trying to get everything put together. Sorry. We'll sneak in and see if we can get some help. Knock, knock. Oh, hi, Gracie. Hi. Hello?
Yeah.
Can I get your assistance again?
Yeah.
Are you organizing?
I'm organizing.
Are you watching Life in Pines videos without me?
I'm trying to watch the one that I missed last night.
Oh, because you were falling asleep while we were watching it.
Yes. I don't know what the surprise ending is.
The surprise ending, you want me to tell you?
No.
Okay. You guys want a good channel to watch? I mean, to our 5 subscribers, our 5 viewers out there. Life in Pines. The Life in Pines. Go watch their videos. Awesome young couple. Great videos. We have been binge watching their videos recently. So, anyway, if you like to watch videos on YouTube, go check them out. The Life in Pines. Okay. You can't hold the camera because you're running the marker.
Okay.
So I'll match up the bottoms. I can center this one.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
on.
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, just because last time I forgot to turn it on. Okay. I'll let you go ahead and mark those right now where they're at.
And there was silence.
Yay, the heater shut off. I mean, at least we have a heater. I'm not complaining about that. All right. I know you can't see it, but I do have a wastebasket right in front of me here. All right. Okay, so these, okay, so there we go again. All right. These lock nuts have been on and off probably 6 times during this project. And they do feel like they're still tight, but I think I'll replace them anyway. I think that would be best. And these are all aviation specific hardware, so I think that is the right size. I will check it here quick just to double check. Okay, all right, brand new. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 of them. I need 2 more. All new lock nuts. The screws are fine, and I don't have that style of screw anyway, so I'm just going to replace the lock nuts.
All right, so one of the things that I've really been loving to do lately is making our own crackers, and these are sourdough crackers, and that's just a small piece. Anyway, so I made the dough ahead of time, and I always put cheddar cheese in it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to roll it out and bake it in the camper. Now we're just going to cut them and add some salt and bake them. And this is the view that I get out my window. About halfway through the cooking, I just flip them over and put them back in for the rest of the time.
Okay, we are making progress. We're getting there. I'm going to get this tightened down, and I just have everything bolted in loose right now just to make sure everything works. So try and get this all tightened down, holding my tongue just right, all that fun stuff. You know how it is. Uh-oh. My phone's blowing up. My wife and daughter are being all chatty in our group chat. Must be talking about our grandbaby. Oh, somebody just came in the hangar. Somebody's here. Quiet. We're back. You're back. Okay, I saved you the misery of watching me tighten all that, but that thing is not going anywhere. So very happy with that. That's a huge accomplishment, getting that done today. But with that being done, now I can get all my wires where they need to be, because I didn't know just how much I needed there. Anyway, with the top cowling being on and the cable being hooked to the light bar, that hub now being mounted, now I can get all my wires put in place. Okay, I've got my inspector coming out. I think I've got these wires back in order, so we'll let her check them out and see what she thinks.
Oh wow, that looks so much better.
Yeah.
Everything is in its place.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
I've got one going up here, that loop. I can't hook that up yet because I've got new booms coming and a new, so with the booms you got a center section, and then you got a right boom and you got a left boom. Well, that center section will have my pressure switch in it, and that's where that wire goes to. That tells the computer when the spray's on or off. So that's where that's going. So that's why that wire, I just got it zip tied together, and at some point here when it's nice, we'll get the last couple panels put on, and except for around the engine, we'll go outside and we'll do a run up and, you know, start it up, run it, and check it all over, check the brakes, because I had both brake levers, brake reservoirs replaced, and
Good.
should be
That's exciting.
Should be close.
That's a milestone. That's good.
Yeah, so hey, we can finally finish up the video with our, wow, is it over 2 month old footage?
Yeah.
So.
All right, come inside. I made some crackers.
Nice. All right, I'm going to eat. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but we'll talk to you later. See ya. Well, there's Gracie. She'd like to have some crackers.
Yeah. All right. What do you think?
Homemade crackers. Mmm, very good. And we know what ingredients are in them. Win-win. All right, now, truly, see ya.